Hey family, welcome back to the Salem Podcast. I am very happy to have you here today. So, we are going to be talking about something that we all deal with at some point or have dealt with, but hardly anyone prepares us for. That those things that happen when friends grow apart. So, if you've ever looked at someone who really used to be your closest person, and now you realize that, oh, you barely talk, you know how much that can sting. And in some weird way, it kind of feels like grief, just without the funeral. So here's the truth: friendships, like the rest of life, is seasonal. There are friendships for a reason, there are some that just come for a season, and very few that last a lifetime. But the problem is, because something is so nice, we often try to turn a seasonal friendship into a lifetime one, and most of the time it really would not work like that. So now let me give you a personal example. I personally, in the last 7-ish years, I moved around a lot, between places, between countries, between environments, and you know me, I love having friends, but with the way I've moved around, it hasn't just really worked out. So I remember the time I had this very close friend. We felt like we were literally inseparable. We did a lot of things together, we're in the same space a lot and all of that. But over time, with my moving here and there, life just pulled us in different directions. At first I really tried to like hold on, like almost force the closeness back. The person also tried. But I realized that the more I forced it, the more distant it became. Then I realized, okay, this isn't betrayal. It's just transition. I've transitioned from one phase of life to the next. The book of Ecclesiastes 3 from verse 1 says that to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven, right? Friendships are no exception. So let me tell you some lessons I've learned. First one is, don't force what God is shifting. Don't force what God is shifting. Now, there seems to be like a lot of things to say about this particular point, but what I'm just going to say is, when the friendship feels strained, despite your efforts, may just be a sign that the season has probably changed. And I don't mean you should just throw the person away. Obviously, you put in effort, try to reach out, check in, but when you realize it's not working out, it may just be a sign that that season is over. You need to move on. Another lesson is honor the memories. Just because it's different now doesn't mean it was not real. So learn to treasure those good moments, and like each time you probably remember it or it comes to mind, cherish those good moments, treasure them instead of resenting the fact that it ended. Just bask in those moments, enjoy it. When you remember, smile, be happy, maybe check up on the person. Don't just be full of resentment because it has ended. Okay? The third lesson is, try to leave room for reconnection. So some friendships will circle back later in life when seasons would somehow align again. Some friendships will actually come back. So don't burn the bridges unnecessarily. Don't be part of those people that is literally cutting people off every 6 months. You cut somebody off January, you cut somebody off at the end of June, maybe into July, and you're cutting another person off maybe like December. Don't burn bridges unnecessarily, especially when you had like a really good friendship, especially in times where it did not end horribly. Always leave room for reconnection. And the last but not the least, trust God's pruning. Sometimes people would be removed from your life not because they are bad people, but they were just supposed to be there for a season, and the next season that you're going to be entering, they can't go to those particular places that God is taking you to. And it doesn't mean that God is not taking them to higher places too. It just means that you and them cannot work in those seasons. It's it just won't work. So trust God's pruning. Okay? I said don't force what God is shifting. I said honor the memories that you guys have had together. I said leave room for reconnection, especially when the friendship they end horribly, maybe like a fight or something. And the last but not the least, trust God's pruning. So if you notice that you have a friend that is probably drifting away or something, you can just start with like a gentle check-in, checking on them, know how they're doing. Sometimes it's not distance. Like I have friends that like I met one of my favorite people today. I mean, I think she has been a better friend to me than I've been to her, to be honest. But she, how long have we been friends? I think we've been friends since about 2015, if I'm not wrong, 2015, 2016. And I met her again today. Obviously, I moved between places. That's like 10 years ago. I moved between places and I just really was not able to keep in touch as I would have liked to. So sometimes it's not really the distance that is the problem, it's just miscommunication. So try to reach out to them. And if after trying things still do not work out, things still fade, just accept it. Accept it. Don't guilt trip yourself. Don't think too much about it. Just let it be. And if you notice that you're beginning to obsess over that person that has left, over that friendship that has ended, focus on what is there now, your new friendships. Focus on the people that are really there for you in these moments that you have now. Because truth matters, you never know. You never know whether the friends you make now will be the few for a lifetime or after a season, those ones still will move on. So focus on what you have now, enjoy those moments, invest in those people that show up for you, and you'd really, really enjoy yourself, to be honest. So if you are listening and you've been mourning a friendship that is changing, I want you to breathe, take a deep breath. You did not fail, and they didn't necessarily betray you. Seasons just changed, lives just shifted. But one thing I really want you to do is trust that God, who knows what you need in every season, will be there for you and He'll provide all that you need, including friends. Including friends. I really am happy to talk about this today, to be honest. I'm just glad that you have stuck with me till this moment. I hope to see you in the next episode. I remain your host, Sharon, and goodbye.